Okay, so now we're going to talk about simplifying rational expressions. In section 11.4, we're going to learn how to simplify a rational expression, and we're going to use rational expressions in discussing geometric probability. So a rational number is a number that can be written as a ratio of two integers. So 1/4 is a rational number. Any kind of number that you can write as a fraction is a rational number. Now a rational expression is going to be a fraction made up of polynomials. So it'll have some numbers and variables in it to make it a rational expression. We've got to remember that a rational expression is undefined anytime the denominator goes to 0. So if we have a fraction like 3 over x plus 4, we know that x can be any number except for -4. To simplify a rational expression, we're going to remember to factor the numerator, factor the denominator, and cancel factors, not terms. Remember, we cannot cancel terms. If there's something separated by addition or subtraction, we can't cancel it. So the first example I'm going to give you here is just simplifying a fraction with just numbers in it. So if we start with 28 over 35 and we say, okay, simplify. So we're going to factor the numerator. Well, 28 factors into 7 times 4. Factor the denominator. Well, 35 factors into 7 times 5. Cancel factors, not terms. So the 7's will divide out. What's 7 divided by 7? 1. So there's really a 1 there, but we don't write it down. So we're left with a 4 in the numerator and a 5 in the denominator, and that is a simplified fraction. Here below we have 3x squared plus 15x divided by 9x cubed plus 45x squared. So again, we're going to follow our rules. Factor the numerator. Well, in factoring the numerator, we're going to see, is there a common factor that will divide out? Well, there is. There's a 3x that will divide out of the numerator. Factor the denominator. Well, there's a 9x squared that will factor out of each term in the denominator. That's the common factor. And once we've done that, we look at the numerator and we see, can we factor it some more? Well, inside the parentheses is x plus 5. That's a two-term polynomial, and it's not a difference of squares or a sum or difference of cubes, so that's factored in its factored form. So now we're ready to cancel factors, not terms. So there are actually 3 factors in the numerator right now. There's a 3, there's an x, and there's an x plus 5. In the denominator, I say there's 3 factors. Maybe you can say that there's more than that, but I say the 9 is a factor, the x squared is a factor, and the x plus 5 is a factor. Factors are separated by multiplication. So now we're going to cancel factors. The x plus 5's get canceled. The 3 divides into the 9, and so the 3 in the numerator goes away, and we're left with a 3 in the denominator. And then the x in the numerator divides into x squared in the denominator, and we're left with an x to the first down in the denominator. And that is a problem that's been simplified completely because the numerator is factored, the denominator is factored, and all of the factors have been canceled.